A lifetime in repeat.
Welcome back guys to another episode of Evoland. We are gonna start where we last left off at Genova. At least that's where we're gonna go now. So let's see what we will find over here. Hello? You are now entering the great trade capital Genova. Be sure not to make any trouble and will ensure your safety. Traders and disciples, traders and disciples. All day long, all I see are traders and disciples. It's crazy. Has everyone really become trader or a disciple? You just got to Genova, right? Oh no, how did you know? It's obvious from your tan. You spent too much time outdoors. In Genova, my delicate skin is protected from the sun's harmful rays by the vapors of the smog. Really? Well, I guess let's see what this little shop thing is. Hello, Mr. Mudwell? Well, hello there, citizen. Mudwell got himself a big building now. What can I do for you? Who are you? Oh, I'm but a humble trader from a long line of traders. My grandfather was already a professional merchant at the time of the Empire. He was a real hero, helping those who needed passage in or out of Genova during the war. So his grandfather is the one that got us out of the city. So there's 2 generations between them. He did many favors and thus also earned money. His keep by working hard. Thus was born the Fockwell dynasty. Quite a beautiful story, ain't it? What can I do for you? The Great Disaster. Oh, we get more info. Great Disaster happened 6 years ago, on the 50th anniversary of the Empire's victory over the demons. No one knows exactly what happened, except that a huge explosion wiped out the southern part of the continent. Could that be us traveling to time to this zone, to this timeline? Genova was not entirely spared, and the turmoil that followed ultimately led to the Empire's demise. Thankfully, the traders were there to restore order. What can I do for you? Oh boy. Let's just continue with the list. After the Great Disaster, my father and his merchant friends came to the Empire's rescue. They formed the They formed a council that would take actions necessary to Genova's survival. Someone needed to act quickly with all the chaos. The militia was created to replace the army. The former imperial tax system was abolished to make way for a fairer system. They gave people their freedom back. Since then, everyone is free to trade and become wealthier. Oh, naturally, the traders' sons all became traders themselves, but at least everyone has a chance. What can I do for you? Smog. The explosion of the Great Disaster left behind a gaping hole, filled with this strange substance. As no one rightly knew what the stuff was, people called it smog. Well, scientists quickly found that the smog could be used as an energy source. The traders declared a monopoly on the buying and selling of smog, and built a smug line to transport it to Genova. Since then everything here has been fueled with smoke. And every time people use some, more money lines to the council's pockets. Isn't technology grand? What can I do for you? Tell me about the boat. So you're looking to get to the Curse Isle? Apparently we really want to go there. It's a weird place, I wouldn't go near it if I were you. But hey, it's your call. A force major letter signed by me is all you need to set sail. Naturally, it'll cost you. Would you have something interesting to trade? You want some sugar? What on earth is that? Why would I want that? I don't know. Oh, a loyalty badge. Oh, why that's one of my grandfather's badges. I thought they'd all been lost in the great disaster. Their value is strictly sentimental. Please give it to me in exchange for a pass to his safe conduct. Thank you. As promised, here you go. Useless pass became useful. The great disaster, my village swallowed up by smoke. And look what's become of Genova, boy. Is that really your future? He did not mention demons. They must be hiding somewhere. I cannot believe they all vanished into thin air. That's not the number one problem here. My village, my parents, everyone's gone. Power, we have to stop this great disaster from happening. I understand your anguish, Miss Fina. But if it's indeed possible to change the course of events, we should start by saving my people. That can be changed, man. Damn. Demon's defeat is a part of history. I learned about it in school. It's in the past. Damn, Fina. But what happened here? That hasn't happened yet. Perhaps your past, Fina. But to me, your present is my future. What might happen to the Empire is none of my concern. I want my people to live, to not be wiped out by your enemy, by our enemy. But if the Empire doesn't defeat the demons, that could change everything. I mean, maybe I wouldn't even exist. It's just too risky. And what of the people who live here and now? Maybe they too will disappear if you alter the past. Does that not bother you at all? But who knows exactly what can or cannot be changed? It may well be that all of this already exists. Perhaps we have already come here. We have done all this, so no matter what we do, nothing can be changed. You know what, Manos? I don't really know. But what I'm at least going to try, that's all we can do. How about you, Pai? Do you think we can change time? Of course we can. You're the big hero. You see, Manos, Pai is an optimist, just like me. And if we can, where do you think we should change? The Empire's victory, the great disaster, both? Thank you, the Exterminator. I knew that I could count on you. Are you sure, Pai? It's pretty risky. Could throw off the world's balance. But we would still need to be able to turn back time. I do not know what is possible or even reasonable to hope for. Before anything else, we must find a megalith. On that much I completely agree, Manas. Let's go to the library and dig up some info. I have a good feeling we'll find out where there's a megalith. You heard that, Pai? Let's get going. Well, I already know that there's probably a megalith on the island. 100 ways to use extra money by Bill G. Oh, Bill G. Crazy landscape. That reminds you of something. Oh my god, this landscape is from Evoland 1! I didn't realize that at first. How to become a successful merchant by C. Ponzi. Is there anything I can get here? Hello? For goodness sake, Marion. I've told you 1,000 times not to wrinkle the lines on the linens. But you poor girl, you have absolutely no sense of perfection. The great destroyer demands perfection, and I serve the prophet, who represents the great destroyer. Oh, find some gil. This plant. Isn't that the same plant they have in Mario? The missus is so demanding. I'm more frightening of her than of the great destroyer. I'm not even sure he actually exists. The missus, on the other hand, I couldn't be more sure. I've gone and blossomed without meaning to. Please don't turn me into the disciplines. I beg of you. Oh, she says the same? Okay. And she says the same. Really? So scared? Jesus. It's a great honor for a discipline to be able to spy, guard Mrs. Fogwell's home. Oh, you don't know Mr. Fogwell? He's only one of the richest merchants in the whole continent. Mrs. Fogwell is a real nice trader. Maybe too nice, in fact. Whenever he says hello, I immediately want to buy something from him. Either way, he's a very powerful trader. Hello. Do you really think the Great Destroyer caused a great disaster? And what about this business with the 5 keys you need to collect before destroying the world? That's a good question. Oh, those are the sewers. How we came into the city the first time. What are you doing here? When I was little, I'd always go hide in the sewers with my friends. It was full of rats and other disgusting stuff, but man, did we have a good time. But ever since the great disaster, I just don't enjoy life anymore. Hello. Family has been poor for generations, but at least before we could see the sun. Now everything uses smog, and smoke blocks out the sun, and everyone's getting sick. The traders are the only ones getting richer. What do we get out of it, huh? I worry about my daughter's future. Mommy worries a lot. Are all adults like that? Well, I don't know why I bothered to even look for money. Are you in the market for a smog-fueled furnace? Step right up, ours is the very best out there. Guaranteed to have minimal smog emission. And at an unbeatable price too. Buy a smog furnace and you'll save on wood. It's very good for the forest. Did you know that? And if you purchase one right now, you'll pay 0.1% less tax. So what did you say? No? I'm probably gonna need one, but I don't need it at the moment, so first I'm gonna check this vendor. Hello there, we have lots of high quality equipment for sale, all forged with the power of the smog. Take your pick. Ooh, let's get yourself a belt. What? Yes, on the G. Get me my belt. And get me the boots too. Oops. No, you already have that. Give me the boots. Or did he say the boots? No more smelly feet. Thing we can sell? Nope. Thank you, come back soon. Ooh, actually found some gil. Legendary wing. What? Vikings did exist. Any more money? It's in this chest. Red goop. So we just walk in the store, walk to the back, to his chest, take the red goop out of the chest, and we walk away like it's nothing. What the hell happened? The disciples train. The disciples train at the Prophet's Pyramid west of here. It's got a big eye engraved on it. You can't miss it. Well, we've already been there. This is the... yeah, no. Small hospital thing? Back in the Imperial days, this place was an orphanage. Yeah, that's what I thought. Children whose parents died in the war. Nowadays it's a home for people bankrupted by the traders and who have nothing left. I would prefer taking care of the children. Adults only get what they deserve. It's their own fault if they're in debt, right? Makes you wonder why they do it. Didn't anybody tell you what might happen? Why did I accept that contract? Every day I ask myself the same question over and over. My wife's never forgiven me. To think that I was taught to just say no to traders who want to sell me things I don't need. You have anything noticeable? Leave me, I just wanna die alone. I really tried, you know? After working so hard, I'd almost managed to become a trader, and now I've lost everything. It's my fault, all my fault. Oh. 3 lessons, lesson 1, see lesson 3, lesson 2, see lesson 1, lesson... useless books. See what else. Hello little girls. Let's double check everything first. Mimi, did you get the key? Yep, Saka. I got it. Brilliant. How about you, Ribbon? Do you have the map? Yeah, boss. I've got the map. Awesome. I hereby declare, Operation No Toys but Plenty of Books has begun. Saku, I think we should come up with a better name for our operation. I think so too. How about we call it Operation Super Mimi? Ach, no. It's not just your operation, it's all of ours. And so, might I suggest Operation Saku and her friends? No way. Why should there only be your name in our operation? Maybe because it was my idea in the first place? Well, I'm the one who stole my dad's key. If I get caught, I won't get desert for at least 3 days. She looks like Annie, the red-haired one. Annie from League of Legends. Which means I'm the one taking the biggest risk here. Stop arguing, you two. I just wanna read the books that are hidden in the library. It's so boring without any toys. So why not call our Operation Books for Ribbon? No. You guys are so mean to me. I'm gonna cry. Ribbon. Come on now, don't throw a fit. Hey, how about we go back to our headquarters and choose a name? Good idea, Mimi. Alright everyone, return to headquarters. Hey, wait for me you guys. So I probably will need to find those girls to get the key to get into the library and get the info that I need, because that's probably hidden off. It's the militia. The old Imperial jail was abandoned since there wasn't any need for it. Though there are still plenty of criminals out there, mainly blasphemers. But they were too expensive to feed and house. Don't get me wrong, we're not savages. We're not gonna execute them or anything. That would be way too expensive anyway. No, instead we sent them into the smoke. Nobody's ever come back. But at least we're giving them a shot. Well, we're giving them a chance, I guess. You don't look like you're from around here. Bit of advice, try not to blaspheme near the disciples or certain members of the militia. Makes no difference to me, but some are a bit overzealous. How do you blaspheme? Oh, there's loads of different ways, and they just seem to get more uncompromising every day. Tell you what, better yet, don't say a thing. Anyway, you don't really look like a chatty type. Let's see, what's this group? Do you believe in the great destroyer? If you believe what the prophet's disciples say, he's going to destroy the world. But if you ask for a precious date, they all get pretty vague. What? But if you ask for a precise date, damn it. Precise date, they all get pretty vague, however you say that. Maybe it won't happen for a few centuries. The militia is being increasingly replaced with patrols of the prophet's disciples. Oh, but I'm not a blasphemer. Blah. I hate that word. Just maybe I'd be better to keep things separate. Nothing important with that group. See if there's... Oh. Like that so fast I didn't even see how much we got. It's in this 50. That's nice. Hello Sleepy. No, don't take. In the bureau. She actually tells you to not take that money, but what can I do? I already took it. You're having a lazy job. If the prophet has his rules, so does the militia. First rule of the militia, you do not talk about the militia. Second rule of the militia, you do not talk about... You don't even talk about rule 34. What's up? I'd rather eat here than in any tavern. This way I save money to buy myself a meal at McDonald's every once in a while. Makes me drool just thinking about it. After a long day, members of the militia come and rest here, in the old Imperial Guard room. It's funny to think that 100 years ago, during the war, soldiers actually lived here. They must have had skilled lieutenants to have won the war. anything over here? One guy. When I was young I often came and played in the streets of Genova. But after the great disaster the city became a terrible place, with the traders and the prophets seizing power. And the smog makes me cough, and many residents have fallen sick as well. Ever since, I've cut down on trips to Genova as much as possible. When I gaze at this fountain, I think of the future. The prophet has revealed it to us. He alone holds the truth. Water will wash over the world, and all will be flooded. The great destroyer is already at work, but the prophet will save us. This thing just looks suspicious. What you doing? Sleeping? What? While lying stretched out on the ground, I can commune with the great destroyer. Not even gonna read this. Is there something back here? Nope. Many years ago this was the Emperor's palace, but nowadays it's where the Council of Traders operates from. Most of the traders reside in the palace, with the exception of a few like Mr. Mudwell who live in town. Have you ever been to the Emperor's former palace? Nope, we have not. If you become a very wealthy trader one day, maybe you too can join the Council of Traders. If you talk again, we can probably say yes, because I want to know. Bet you would have said otherwise. Oh? How did you manage that? Only the Council of Traders can access the palace. Jesus. Don't block my way. This is the library. We'll keep off of that. For now. Oh, not! Because the story takes me there. Look, Bayu, the Imperial Library. I'm not sure what it's like now, but in my days it was known for its many documents. I bet if we go there, we'll find out plenty about this time period. We're also likely to have something on the location of the Mangalets. We'll have to find another one to get back home, seeing as the one that got us here was destroyed. But Mangalets are quite rare, and even if we were to find one, how would we activate it? Not to mention, it could end up taking us to an entirely new era. Manos, stop being so defeatist. What else can we do besides try? Nothing we can do will change anything. My people, my son, all of them deaf. Argh! Boy, I think Manos is going to need some time to adjust. Let's try finding information as fast as we can. Library access is restricted to researchers. Library access is restricted to researchers. They are the only ones with the keys. Yeah, I know. Would want to read books anyway. Utterly pointless. Do we explore like to talk to you already? Sure, the great disaster flattered the whole part on the continent, but that's also where to get the smug. As they say, all well that's and well, right? Well, except for all the victims of the great disaster, of course. But then apparently they didn't suffer at all. Boom, gone in an instant. I mean, I didn't know much about it, eh? I wasn't born yet. Achievement. Bring us a girl, wipe away the death. What? It's a tavern. Been there. Then there's this part of town we haven't searched for yet. So I'll leave it at this for this episode. The next episode we're gonna check this building where the Be a Millionaire is held. The next building where the chicken farmer was. Gonna check the McDonald's, and of course the tavern and the library to continue a story. Thanks for watching, and till next time.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.